Well, the girls are all ready to come out for the day. You girls ready to go out to the pasture? I'll bet you are. I got to remember not to do spin arounds like that with you guys. It make some people, what do you call it? Video sick? Not car sick. They know right where they're going. Come on, Bonnie. You're always the last one. Come on. We're going to be back here looking at these gates, at these doors, or the gate doors to the sheep, or doors to the goats, gates to anybody else, and how we make them. Come on, girls. Come on. Let's get moving. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Now just 3 more. Come on, Cammie. Come on. There you go. Now, there's always one more. This is Annie. Annie never seems to want to cooperate with going where she needs to go. Where she needs to go and with the herd is not where she wants to go. I always have to encourage her. Encouragement, that's another word for make a goat do what they don't want to do. Come on. Finally. And you can see the goats are way down there. You're looking at a 1940s, at least 1940s style. I'm not sure when this gate was actually built, but I have found gates in here that are incredibly old, built just like this, and they're still perfectly square and very, very strong. This is how things were done, and I'm real impressed with the strength of these gates and the durability of these gates. And so I copied how they made them. And you can see there's another one. This is the other side of the gate. This is one of the ones that I made. I copied how the technique. And I want to show you how they did the nails. You see these nails? They come through from the other side, and then the nail is sticking straight out. So they bend the tip over, and then they hammer it over and then push it back into the wood. And it turns a nail into not only a nail, but a staple. And I used to think that, well, they just had nails that were too long. But that's not the case. They did it on purpose, and it takes a lot of effort to do that. And if I turn this one around, look at these nails. These are called clinch nails. And it's a technique of fastening boards together, and you know, a nail can eventually wiggle out. These will never wiggle out. And this gate is really old, and it's strong as can be. I mean, I can push on it and there's no wiggle. This gate is rock solid. So I'm going to make some more. I'm going to keep making these gates because they just plain work. Now, this is the new post I put in. I put that post in, and this concrete down here. I call it an elephant's foot. I'm not the only one who calls it that. But that goes down probably about 8 inches down into the ground. And then it comes up several inches above. And then the post sits on it. And there's a spike sticking up so that the post is captured. It won't slide off of the post, off of the pad. And these things just keep the termites from being able to find their path to go on up. Some of these were on concrete. Most of them were not. And I'm replacing those that the termites have found favorable. And you can see how this post is holding up the beam that all the joists are sitting on. And that goes all the way down. Now, here's another one. This post doesn't support anything, but it's attached to the rafter so it won't wiggle. And then it goes down to its own elephant's foot down below. And these boards are what separate these little stalls. Now I've got to clean this out, but here's an old one of these gates. It was laying on the ground. It's so old, the termites have gotten up into it and eaten it. But even partly eaten up like this thing is still strong. I'm really impressed. So let's go make one. Now here's the pieces I've cut out. They're about close to 40 some inches long, 43 inches long, I think. Maybe 44, I don't know. Maybe they're 48 inches long. It doesn't matter. However tall you want to make you need to make it. And the goats aren't going to be able to jump over that. And these aren't exceptionally thick pieces of wood. Normally a goat could bust through it, but when the multi-layers happen with the diagonal brace and the multiple horizontal braces, these things are incredibly strong. Okay, this is how these nails get clinched over. I'm going to do my best at showing you how. I'm hoping this will make sense. You need something. This nail, I pre-drilled a hole so it wouldn't split the wood, drove it through, and now I got to bend over this end. And here is a good tool to do that with, just some kind of an anvil. They actually make tools to do this, but they quit doing it a long time ago, and I don't have those tools. But this will hold the main part straight, and then I just bend it over. Once I get it bent over, I put it over just a little bit more. And it turns a nail into a staple. That's what you do. and you do it a whole lot of times. Well, there is our gate. It's a whole lot of pounding, a whole lot of nails, and a whole lot of bending them over. But that's kind of boring stuff. I didn't drag you through it. I showed you one. But look at all these nails. And they look like, you know, cobbled together, poor construction, just bending over nails because they're too long. Why didn't you use the nails that were the right size? That's what you'd first think. But each one of those are called cinch nails or clinch nails. They're called both. And that is one of the strongest gates I have ever seen. It is, I would hold it up to a metal gate. That thing, I've seen animals just obliterate a metal gate. I've never seen one bust through one of these. These things are just plain old tough. I don't know that I'd put it up against a buffalo, but I've sure never seen any goat with or without horns that could bust out of it. And we'll get to hanging this thing on some hinges here in a minute. Not right now, but I got to go buy them first. But there's another gate going to go back there, so that this this stall and this stall get connected. Then this partition wall that's dividing this stall from the milking stall, that is going to get redone. And because the posts are rotted and the boards are messed up. But just like that is straight long boards, well, this is sort of pieced together. We're going to put in, I'm going to take all that out and replace it, make it look more like that section down there. And same thing here. So there's a lot of work to be done in the barn, and I got to get all this done before Christmas because all this area is getting totally cleaned out for Christmas Eve, because I'm going to keep my grandpa's tradition and clean the barn for the animals on Christmas Eve. God bless you all. See you soon.